Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on coordinate geometry, part 1. A special puzzle to warm up the brain cells is on the next slide. The answer will be given at the end. Enjoy. What is the meaning of the following? Good luck with it and see how you go. It's a little bit tricky. I won't say very tricky, but a little bit tricky, so good luck with it. The basics. The diagram above represents the basic number plane with the essential components shown. Coordinate geometry is studied on such a number plane. The topic of coordinate geometry involves points, lines, planes, angles, and other concepts closely linked with geometry. Points. Points can be anywhere on the number plane and are represented by an x-coordinate and a y-coordinate. In this diagram here I have a number of points scattered around the number plane. They can be in any one of the, like in any section, they can be in any quadrant, or they can lie on any axis. Lines. Lines can be parallel to either axis or at an angle. So this line here is parallel to the x-axis, this line here is parallel to the y-axis, and these two lines here are inclined. They have an inclination to the x-axis. They are not parallel to either axis. Straight lines consist of an infinite number of points. Each straight line is represented by an equation. So here, this straight line here has an equation y equals 3. That one there has an equation x equals 4. This one has an equation y equals x. And this one has an equation x plus y equals 2. Slope of a line. The slope of a line is a measure of its inclination to the x-axis. So basically, if you take this line here with formula y equals 3, that's the equation, this has a 0 slope because it is parallel to the x-axis. So the slope is 0. This line here, this is parallel to the y-axis. In other words, it is at 90 degrees to the x-axis. Now we have to be very careful here because such a line, the gradient or slope is undefined. Each of these lines here, they have a slope because they are inclined to the x-axis. So each of them has an inclination to the x-axis, so they each have a slope. The slope and y-intercept form. An equation of a line can be written in many different formats. A very useful format is as follows. Y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. But the equation must be written in that form. Here's an example. Y equals 5x plus 4, so the slope is 5 and the y-intercept is 4. So basically the line hits the y-axis at that point there, at the point 0, 4. Using a table of points. There are many strategies we can use to determine the position of a line on a number plane. One of the most basic strategies is to construct a table consisting of x and y values. For the first example, draw the line x plus y equals 3 on a number plane. We can construct the following table, and we have to find an x value and a y value that substitutes into this equation and satisfies it. So if we let x equals 0, y equals 3, because 0 plus 3 equals 3. So the point is 0, 3. If we let x equals 3 and y equals 0, 3 plus 0 equals 3, so the point is 3, 0. If we let x equals 2 and y equals 1, 2 plus 1 equals 3, and the point is 2, 1. When we plot those 3 points and join them, that's the line we're after. For example 2, draw the line y equals 2x plus 4 on a number plane. Another little strategy you could use, you can let each of these variables be 0 and see what happens. If we let x equals 0, that gives us y equals 4. So 0, 4 is 1 point. When y equals 0, x is minus 2. So minus 2, 0 is another point. When you plot each of those points and you join the points together, that is the line we're after. Here's a quick quiz to help you. Please check through the video at any time. The answer to the puzzle, what is the meaning of the following? Long time no see. Isn't that a bit tricky? Just think about it, I think you'll understand it. And the answers to the quick quiz and the videos at your disposal.